Good morning. Amber, you want to say good morning?
Good morning.
So JD is flying in, and in the last video, you seen kind of what we're dealing with. And we're about to go pick him up from the airport. I was just going to go by myself, because that's typically what we do. We do everything we can to not drive with Ember Wild. So we were I guess we should just update you on that. We were giving her some, what do you call that? Some like motion sickness medicine. And it definitely helped. Our success rate of doing a trip with Ember was greatly improved. Not 100% success, but she knows now that when we give her that medication, we're about to go for a drive, so she refuses to take it. I don't know. Anyways, I was planning on going by myself. Jaylena and Ember might come with me. We're trying to give Ember the medication.
We're going.
Oh, they're going.
We're going. I just changed.
Oh.
We're getting ready.
I don't even know what Jaylena looks like. She's back there somewhere. So I guess Jaylena and Ember are coming. So we're gonna go pick up JD, and then we're gonna see what's going on, and you'll know by the end of this video. So make sure you watch the whole thing on what has to happen. Like, we'll all find out. Yeah. Ember is doing everything she can not to take this motion sickness, but Ember, you want to have this?
No.
You sure?
No.
Here.
No. He will my hand. He will. He will my hand. You got a boo-boo on your hand?
Love your daddy. Ember, do you love your daddy? Ember, do you love your dad? Ember, do you love your daddy?
Hey, Ember.
Look at Ember's little setup. Wow. It's a nice setup, Ember Wild.
Got your juice and your water.
Oh, wow.
We have to add more stories to our book of Dollhouse fairy tales. Do you want to come to the dollhouse and read fairy tales with us?
Ember, what'd you do? You did it?
He did it. Good job.
Ember made it somewhat successfully.
You want to take your shoes off?
We're at the Eugene airport waiting for JD to give me the signal he's here, so Ember did pretty good. Well, I just heard from my mom, because I just texted JD and my mom and said, hey, we're at the airport waiting for you. And my mom says he doesn't get there till 11:30 tonight.
Is there shoes on?
Not 11:30 a.m.
Mommy, is there shoes on? Ember, why don't we teach your dad how to tell time?
My bad. Update. So, my cousin knows somebody who's like land use something, 40 years in the business. And he reached out to him, told him my situation. I just got off the phone with him, and he's saying it looks so. The permit was submitted like 20 years ago. I don't know the deal. It was never I don't know what's going on. Anyways, this 40-year-old veteran, or 40-year in the business veteran, looked at it, and he was saying it looks like I have to have new plans drawn for a shop that's been built for 20 years. And then go through the whole entire process, which he said could be thousands of dollars for a building that stood there for 20 years. It's all in theory. Anyway, today's Sunday. You guys know we messed up on picking JD up. He's coming in at 11:30 at night, not 11:30 in the afternoon. So we're gonna get JD later tonight, but tomorrow's Monday. We're gonna go try and find out what our options are and hope I'm not just screwed, you know what I'm saying? Welcome back. It's late. If you remember earlier, we showed up at the airport at 11:30 a.m. when JD didn't get in till 11:30 p.m. So we had a whole day. I didn't film. And now I'm gonna go pick JD up. So let's go. Just got to the cell phone waiting area. Gonna wait for JD to let us know when he's here. Just got the message from JD. He landed, so we're gonna roll up on him and grab him. What's up, man? Whoa. There you go. Just throw it down there.
It's stuck? What's stuck? This one? You want this one? Let me see.
Alright. JD's in Oregon. How does it feel?
It's Oregon.
It's rainy.
It's cloudy, it's rainy, it's Oregon.
Yeah, we're taking the truck. We're gonna go find out the fate of our world right now. Well, JD and I just left Lane County Public Works, and it's way worse than we thought. I'll probably get more into the details of it later when I'm not standing here just holding the camera by hand, but I can't believe that somebody would do this to our family. Basically the rest of my year's shot. I can't start a business. I'm probably gonna go broke. Super disappointing, but we're gonna handle it and get it all legal somehow. So yeah, I'll get into more details once we get back home. I'll sit down and really talk to you. So it's crazy. Welcome back. So JD and I are back at the house. I did a bad job of filming the in-between. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna sit down and kind of just talk you through everything we're dealing with. But basically what we're doing right now is, well, I guess I'll give you a little bit. We have to demolish. I'll get into more details, but we need to go get some dimensions on the shed, give you a preview on the end. Got to be demolished. So we have to go get dimensions of it and where it's at on the property, and the fun begins.
Joy.
So thank you to whoever decided to you know, do this and make this our life now, but we're gonna deal with it right now. There it is. You guys remember this? We were really excited about this, and now it's got to be demolished. So it's gonna be some pretty fun videos coming soon. Yeah. Hello. JD and I have been all over today. Where do we even start at? We started
at the building permit office.
Yeah, learned exactly what has to be done, and then we went to all kinds of other places, went to the title company. We learned a lot, right? Because
School of Hard Knocks education.
yeah, I guess we'll just tell you where things are at and what has to be done so you know what's coming. This tiny home has to be demolished. and removed from the property. So I can't just drop it and leave it in place. We have to tear it down and then remove it off the property legally. That's one. You guys have seen me start work on the addition to the mobile home. I guess legally you can't add anything to a mobile home. Like, it can be a freestanding structure that's separate.
You can't attach to it.
Can attach to a mobile home. So that has to be completely removed legally.
To make it legal. It was constructed with no permits.
Yeah, none.
None. Not even a processing of a permit.
Yeah. And the tiny home that's
at the end of the garage.
kind of lifted has to be demolished and removed from the property. So every structure and cool thing that we bought this place for has to be removed. That's a lot of work. It's not too bad. It sucks really bad.
Labor.
The worst part is, you know that gigantic shop down there? Half of it we were using to build stuff, the other half was like a recording studio.
That was constructed with a permit. However, upon the first inspection of the concrete, it failed, and the rest of the building was constructed anyway. So it's basically built without a permit.
That's half the shop. That's half the property value. So every reason we bought this place for is now gone. Will be. What has to happen now is, because it's like JD and I today, JD flew up to help me figure this out because I'm in uncharted territory, and we have to get a demolition permit to demolish those things so far, right? Which I can do the work myself, you know.
Kind of.
But the shop is a big deal because that's property value.
Yeah.
The place was appraised at a property value because of the shop. Now it's not there. And there are some legal things going on, so I can't disclose a lot of details. But basically, there was a permit pulled on that shop 20 years ago, and it was never finished.
There's a lot of things that should have happened that have not, is the best way to put it.
And I'm left holding the bag. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess I'll just tell you what I'm going to try and do. Is I have to demolish these buildings. There's no ask for a favor. There's no, oh, maybe you cannot demolish. I have to demolish the buildings that I mentioned, right? What I'm trying to save is the shop. It's already constructed. It's been there for 20 years.
So basically with the shop, we have to hire a structural architecture firm to come in, perform an inspection, check the integrity of the construction, write up a plan that, as built, it's acceptable, and then they would sign off some legal documents stating such, and then all that gets submitted to the office, and then they review it and
say yes or no.
Say yes or no. So, I mean, right now, stay tuned.
Yeah, so we have to demolish those things. We're trying to save the shop.
With that being said, one of the things we've learned from this, and
it's raining, by the way.
Yeah, I've never had to deal with this. I mean, in this fashion. I mean, I bought some properties that had some unpermitted patio covers on them and things like that. A patio cover is a whole different thing. You can take that down in 3 or 4 hours. With these, we're talking about straight up noble buildings. Especially this one is, I mean, that's probably a good 2 tons worth of material, not to mention the 5 cords of firewood that are in it that now have to be moved, on and on and on and on. But one of the things we learned is, and take this away, if you're looking at a rural property, and I don't care where you're at, we were told today that one of the things you can do to protect yourself, now you think, okay, you have a seller's disclosure and most people are law-abiding citizens and things are filled out accurately. So you don't have that concern. However, just as a peace of mind of insurance, you could probably, in any county, they have building permit offices. I mean, it's everywhere. But you can go in with the address and simply ask, I'm buying this property. Are there any outstanding or incomplete or failed permits on this property? And due to the Freedom of Information Act, they will disclose it to you.
So, that's one thing we learned. I suggest any of you out there, if you're going to buy a property, do your own due diligence. Don't rely on anybody else.
Yeah.
That's what I learned here today. Don't rely on anybody to do it for you.
Yeah.
You do your own due diligence so you don't get caught in a pickle, which is where I'm at right now. So I'm so grateful for JD flying up here to help me navigate these people and meet with grown adults in offices. I'm an older dude, but I'm not a grown adult. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's a pretty big... This channel is going to be basically me demolishing Wild Mountain for the next month to a year or two. I don't know how long. It has to be done. So that's everything I'm going to be doing for the next foreseeable future. Yeah. Anyways, if you're a long-time subscriber of the channel, things are about to get really brutal and really interesting in the next coming months to a year. And if this just happens to be the first time you found this channel, I'm going to be learning a lot about what you should look for buying a property, and we're going to be demolishing a lot of buildings here. So,
yeah, building codes aren't a joke.
yeah.
Land use codes are not a joke.
I'm going to close this one out. Thanks for watching. I'll be filming this whole process as we go through it. So, yeah. Anybody else dealt with something this crazy before? I'll see you guys in another video. This is Isaac. Peace.